Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So today what I'm going to do, I will show you how to group a product by, different field, like for instance, using a product ID or a product code or active status. Now you must be wondering where this option will be used and why do I have to even worry about it, right? Okay, so if you remember, I often talked about codes, how you can add products to the codes. So for instance, let me go to this code, right? And say I will say edit lines. It's a pretty simple option, but it's yet very powerful. So sometimes customer might ask you, hey, can I group by a different fields? So it's good to know. So if I do add products, right, you usually see here, there's no grouping here, right? It's just a list of products. So what if I wanted to say group by say a product code, right? Or say I wanted to group by, you know, an active status or something else. Is that possible even, right? You must be wondering. Yeah, absolutely, it's possible. Now, how to do that is pretty simple. If you remember, uh, I initially talked about the package settings. When you install CPQ, there are different, the package settings you have to worry about it. So one I'm going to talk about. So now to go to this package setting is pretty simple, right? You just go to the setup and under, let me show you how to restart. Go to setup and under that, go to install packages, right? And if you go to install packages, um, you can pretty much look at configure, right? And once you configure, it will take you here. Pretty simple. Now go to the additional settings. Now this is the one you should be paying attention to. The product result group field name. So right now it's set to none. Let's say I wanted to change it to say product code. Okay. So I wanted to group this, the field by product code. So I'm going to do save. Hopefully it's going to save. And let me see if let me refresh it. See if it's saved. Really saved. I always like to double check, before. Okay, so it's saved. Now I will go here and just refresh this page as well. And all right, okay, now go to add products. See the difference here. You see? Now it's a group by product code, right? So you can expand it and you can see the product here, right? So, or let's say you wanted to group by an active, just to see, you might have a requirement where I only wanted to see the product which are active, and I wanted to group them by active flag. Okay, pretty interesting requirement. So you can do that as well. So you go back to the same settings, right? Product result group field name, and change it to active. I'm going to save it. I just wanted to. So once I saved it, let's see if it's saved properly. It's always good to double check. So go to additional settings. Fantastic. All right. So go to code and refresh this page. And right, just a second. And I will see add products. And you see, this is an active state. Okay, I'll just minimize it. See, I only have active products. So it will show you active product status, right? Now, this will be handy if you wanted to group by active or inactive, right? Um, Similarly, you can group based on your, business requirement, group by different field, right? So this is very handy in my opinion, and you might get a requirement from a customer where they say, "Hey, I wanted to group this product by different fields," right? And is it possible? Because most of the time, customers may not be aware of the settings, so it's good to know, right? And even it's good to know from an exam point of view as well. So that's pretty much I wanted to cover in today's episode. I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. Adios.